According to an article published in 2024 from the Journal of Education and Educational Research titled The Effect of Dance on the Mental Health of University Students, in a study where they surveyed a dance class, a college dance class, and they measured stress and emotional regulation before and afterwards, they found that after taking that dance class, the university students had lower stress levels, reduced stress levels, and better emotional regulation. Additionally, in a different article published in 2025 by Science Direct called Dance and Stress Regulation, they also found very similar results in reduced stress. Now there are a plethora of different types of dance styles, but one of the easiest and oldest ones out there is the waltz. So easy and simple that you can learn in one day. Dancing is not only a skill that you can pull out of the back of your pocket, it's also a way to connect with people and just reduce levels of stress. And as a university student, as a college student, that's music to my ears. To start, when learning the very basics of waltz, one of the most important things is your posture and your just general body positioning. Now, with each dance, they have their own little quirks to it, but waltz is not necessarily a rigid dance, but posture is really, really important. That's how you get that kind of elegant look to it. Now, when you first start, you have to start with making sure that you are staying up straight and your shoulders are rolled back. When dancing with a partner, especially, you want to make sure you're square to your partner, so that means your shoulders are parallel. So if you were looking from the top, your shoulders would make two sides of a box. Really simple. Moving from there, we're going to go over one of the most basic steps of waltz called the box step. It is like the foundational move for waltz. And it's super simple. For those who are musically inclined, it is a 3/4 count, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might notice the pause in there. It's important, and actually it shows up in when you're dancing waltz, especially when you're doing the box step. So it's very, very simple. You're making a box, you're drawing a box out with your feet. It's the same thing, the box step is the same thing that you do as a follow or as a lead. Follow and lead. Obviously the lead is the person who's leading the dance, the follow is following. Typically, or historically, the lead has been a male and the follow has been a female, but nowadays it interchanges and both roles have pros and cons to it. So when you're learning how to do the box step, it's really, really important that you just practice it because it's the foundation. So when we're doing it, it's super simple. You're drawing a box. You step, so with your left foot, you step forward, and with your right foot, you basically draw an L. And you don't place it down until you finish your L, and then you bring your left foot together. So it'd be, with the count, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first half of the box step. Now it's really important when we are dancing and we're doing waltz, we want to stay on the balls or our feet. It keeps us agile, and it makes it less like we're stomping and more like we're dancing. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have the second half where you go backwards, and you go backwards with your right foot first. So back, and then draw another L with your left foot, side, together. So together it'd be front, side, together, back, side, together. And with the count it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's what a follow would do as well. I'm doing the leads footwork at the moment, but the follow would be the same thing. So if I were to have a follow, the only difference is when you start off your follows, you'd be stepping backwards instead of stepping forwards. So here, I'm going to go straight, a box step. It's very much you're following your lead. So I'd step forward, one side, step together, back, side, step together. That's the biggest difference when we're learning the box step for a follow and lead is a follow you start by stepping backwards, so that's the 4, 5, 6 count, and the lead steps forward. So you're following your partner. From there, you can also build on to the next most simplest move that you see across all dance styles, and that would be the follow under. So with this follow under, we're going to be adding it to our box step to add some variation. With the follow under, it's the same thing, but instead of starting off going backwards, you're prepping your follow to go and do a spin. Now it's really important for us leads to make sure that our hand is high enough and our structure is there, because it's the power from our hand and our general body position that allows the follow to do a simple spin. Now followers, you carry this move here, you're the one who makes this move look elegant, so you really want to make sure you communicate with your lead to let them know what you need with your spin. So I'd be stepping forward, and as I step forward, I'm pushing her hand forward, and she is spinning, right? And then we come together, and then we do the back side of the box, like that. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's your box that we follow under a lead. My biggest tips when you're doing this, especially this part with the follow under a lead, is with you leads, when we go forward and we're pushing and we're having them spin, most leads like to keep moving to the side. The problem is, unless you're like you're spinning your follow so they spin slightly to the right or to that direction, you're going to be slightly off place. So a big thing, and especially as you learn and as you dance and dance more, you'll figure out with each follow and how they work. Sometimes I just kind of march in place, because yes, you move a lot in any dance style, especially waltz, you move around a lot, but sometimes the follow is moving more, and it just makes more sense that you sometimes march in place or you don't move like you normally would, and then you just go back to your back step. Now that you have the basics down, you can pretty much build up on that as much as you want. And you really want to make sure you just practice your box step, because it's, again, the basics of waltz. From there you can add side steps, you can do side steps with turns. It's really like, once you have the basics down, like you're just able to build upon it, and you're able to like add so much variation and really make waltz into that elegant dance you see like in the movies. Now that you watch the video, you might be wondering, how does this benefit me in general? I mean, aside from being able to dance and being able to pull it out like at weddings, at family functions, or just to impress that person that you just like find interesting or that you find cute, it's also just like a huge social skill, right? Like, dance surpasses any language barrier, any cultural barrier. It's a universal language. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care who you are or like where you are. Anyone can dance. Anyone can learn to dance, and it's such a universal way to communicate and such a human experience.